Good morning, everyone. I am Michael Brennan.
And I am Becca Norton. In the news today, Amity brings in visiting artists, opening the doors to the school store, and this year's freshman tailgate. This Thursday, the National Honor Society is hosting the first Amity Fall Festival during the lunch waves. Students will be dismissed from class 5 minutes early during fourth session, and the Fall Festival will take place during 2 lunch waves quite similar to Club Day. The Fall Festival looks to be a time for students to play games at different booths set up and run by clubs at Amity. There will also be a costume contest, so students are encouraged to come dressed in your best costume. But remember, costumes must be school appropriate. As a reminder, masks and weapons are prohibited as part of any costume.
When staying after for school just isn't enough to improve your grade, you may want to work with one of your peers for the extra boost. For over 8 years, Amity students have had the peer tutor service, where struggling students work with another peer in a more informal setting. The advisor, Allison Stack, has said that the service has received very positive feedback, with more students applying for the program each year. To become a peer tutor, you are nominated by a guidance counselor or teacher for academics and civility, and then given proper training on how to work with your peers. In addition to the standard peer tutor service, there is a homework help center held every Tuesday from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., where various peer tutors go to the Career Center and help out visiting kids with their academic studies. While this service doesn't replace seeing your teacher, it can be a very helpful supplement to hopefully improve your academic standing.
The Amity girls soccer team is making its own strides to fight cancer. The team held a bake sale earlier this month and raised over $400. Coupled with an additional $368 from other fundraisers, the team was able to donate almost $800 to the American Cancer Society. The entire girls soccer team, varsity, JV, and freshmen, walked last Sunday at the Making Strides Against Cancer event in New Haven in a showing of their support for the American Cancer Society.
On September 24th, residents from Orange, Bethany, and Woodbridge visited the polls to vote on the Amity High School turf field referendum. Students were also allowed to leave to vote during their study hall time. In a collective effort, votes in all 3 towns turned up in a strongly negative fashion. It was hoped that the turf field would be used for PE classes while providing a suitable field for other contests like lacrosse and soccer games. Amity Athletic Director Paul Mengold spoke at a May 21st Board of Education meeting on the benefits of having a turf football field. Football captain Joe Chouanier said it will help as far as practice goes. We won't have to cancel practice because the field is muddy, and we won't have to worry about the field being torn up. The overall response from the community was negative, citing that there is a lack of information given out to the general public on the matter.
The new year brings with it a new season of operation for the school store, the Spartan Shop. I spoke with some past employees and advisors to see what is in store for the store. The Amity School Store is where students, parents, and teachers can purchase Amity-themed merchandise and cookie dough. This year, though, the store has yet to open. The school store is a club founded primarily to give students working experience. Those employed work at the store during study halls. Profits from the store provide graduating, longtime employees with a scholarship of between $100 to $200.
And that at the end of the year, historically, 2 students have been awarded a scholarship out of the school store, and generally they're students who have worked in the school store.
Last year, the school store was successful selling sweatshirts, notebooks, and other school supplies, as well as their best-selling item, cookie dough.
The cookie dough was always a top-selling item, and I think frozen in particular, for whatever reason, most students like the frozen cookie dough.
Student criticism was not as sweet, as some students were confused by the irregular store hours, operating only during the study halls of the employees.
Everybody has different study hall times, and that's the time when most people go. One thing I was upset about was at the beginning of the year, they had it during the lunch waves, and then they stopped that.
Previous advisors, Michael Cofrancesco and Susan Tupper, stepped down from the position. This year, Lisa Conley and Linda Desesser have decided to take on the job. The 2 new advisors support the experience the school store gives its employees. Conley and Desesser believe the store to be an opportunity to expose various groups of students at Amity to a business-like environment while allowing them to practice the skills needed to work in a business. Plans are still being solidified about the future of the store, including the club's vision of it. One possible option is to change the school store to a cafe in which culinary students sell their creations.
There's a chance that the school store might evolve into a school store / cafe.
At this time, such a plan doesn't seem probable since cooperative discussions between the advisors and the culinary students have not yet happened. Other possible changes include new products and regular hours so that students may access the store throughout the school day. The school plans to open in mid-December, and students interested in working at the store should contact Conley or Dessacer. I'm Becca Norton, reporting for WABN Real News. The Amity High School Music Department will hold its annual performance of Music in Motion on November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. in the Brady Center. As the Amity Band performs songs, they will carry out choreographed marching routines that correspond with the song. Since September, band members have practiced for Music in Motion every Tuesday and Thursday for 2 hours. Every year, Music in Motion has a theme. This year's theme is Movie Night. The band will play and march to songs from The Incredibles, James Bond, and Les Miserables. There will also be a screen set up beside the stage which will show scenes from the films during the performances. The night's performances will also include drum features as well as dance and color guard performances. Tickets are $10 and they can be purchased online or at the door. Caroline Hurlburt, a junior, won Best in Show for her photo at the Orange County Fair last month. Hurlburt's shot was one of 4 photos chosen out of over 100 submissions from both teams and adults to win the award. Her picture depicts her dog licking the lens, an accidental shot, said Hurlburt, which she took while walking her dog over the summer, which received an unanticipated win. Though winning Best of Show did not make her eligible for a higher award, Hurlburt entered the photo in another contest that judged submissions from both the United States and Canada and is awaiting results.
Every year, the Art Department, in conjunction with the Jamie A. Holy Arts Foundation, sponsors a series of visiting artists to come to the high school and talk about their trade. I was able to meet with this month's artist and talk about it with him. On October 11th, during 3rd and 4th periods, visiting artist Steve DiGiovanni spoke to Amity art students about his various styles of art. A professor at SCSU and Norwalk Community College, DiGiovanni showcased many different styles of art, with modern forms like film and video games discussed, but also more traditional forms such as cubism and oil paintings.
And I think they both have a similarity too in the way of editing oneself, of choosing what and what is not important in the context of, the image or the message or what have you.
These high school level talks are similar to the ones given at the Case Memorial Library in Orange. Students were quiet and attentive as DiGiovanni gave his 2 presentations. At the end, he received a very warm reception. Some who viewed the lectures have taken his words to heart, such as Caroline Del Vecchio, who said that a few of his lessons stuck with her.
I really liked how he was talking to us about how his mind works and how he actually interprets things. And I think that definitely started coming through my works after I saw him.
Through the Jamie A. Holy Arts Foundation, ceramics teacher Jessica Zamaha scheduled DiGiovanni and is looking for more opportunities for the Amity Art Department to have speakers such as him. Though not directly changing how the curriculum is run, Zamaha said that she has been inspired by DiGiovanni and other speakers who have visited Amity over the years.
You always learn something new when somebody comes in and talks to you. I mean, he had so much knowledge. He talked a lot about art history, and I think it always brings an inspiration, even if it's just to me or a little bit to my students.
For as long as he can remember, DiGiovanni has been fascinated by art, and this shaped his childhood greatly. DiGiovanni said that he was inspired to make art as a teenager, when he first heard the band The Ramones, appreciating how different and creative they seemed compared to other artists at the time.
And have a great deal of enthusiasm about sharing the things that interest me, so it was a vehicle for doing that. I think that's how I got into it,
Art is a very passionate subject for him and the students, as those who attended were in AP level or honors art classes. Though DiGiovanni is an accomplished artist in his own right, he enjoys teaching art as much as creating it. I'm Michael Brennan, reporting for WABN News. Jessica Zamaha's AP 3D ceramics class have created 3D models of people using tape and saran wrap. Artists have created many different designs for these saran wrap people, ranging from figures dancing to people hanging off of a cliff, and even Marvel's Spider-Man. Onlookers and artists alike believe the art to be a nice addition to the school hallways. Artist Jeremy Wolin created 2 figures dancing, which are on display in front of the building. The artistic effort has not been without its share of difficulties, as one 3D sculpture was stolen. So Maha is asking anyone with any information about the theft to come forward. That will do it for your news today. For all of us at Amity Real News, I am Michael Brennan.
And I am Becca Norton. Stay classy, Amity.
So you sure you don't want to play with dinosaurs? Because honestly, like that.